And every single day,
the more enemies we kill.
We're spending trillions and trillions of dollars.
You know, people say, all right, this is your fault.
It's not your fault.
All I know is you're not selling anything.
The Fed's not done, and I'm going to tell you why.
Welcome back to Sean's Show, episode 10. I'm here, as always, with Josh Cabaza.
Hell yeah, man. What's up?
We're Austin's premier comedy producer, podcast producer. And it's episode 10. Thank you for listening. If you're a day one listener, thank you very much. If this is your first time listening, fuck off. We don't want you. I want to stay a small community. I don't need new listeners. I have my 50 listeners, and I like where it's at. I don't want to be this big guy with 1 million listeners. That's not why I'm doing this. If you just look up horizontal, Josh, it'll pop up. Anyway, this is a special moment for me because episode 10 is a big step. It's a big step. How many weeks is that? 10 weeks.
Yes, it is 10 weeks, yeah.
With no weeks off.
Nope, no weeks off.
We don't take breaks. We're both workaholics. And even when Josh's wife gives birth, how many? We don't have to. When does she due? If you don't mind me asking, is that too personal?
No, January. She'll be due January.
Okay. Okay.
Child,
so you timed it with the holiday.
No, not at all.
That's just conveniently.
That's just not conveniently at all. Not conveniently.
Right when the new year, you're like, new year, new me.
Yeah.
With a child, another child. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But let's get right into it. This is a very special day for a lot of reasons. It's episode 10. Mm-hmm. I just found out I have colon cancer. No, we were talking about Josh was talking about his colon. We were talking about cancer. How do you detect cancer early?
You just got to go get checked.
Like you just have to demand to get a CAT scan.
Blood work first.
Blood work.
If your blood work's all messed up. Yeah. And
so but you can't do doctors.
Or if you have family history of it.
Oh, family history.
Yeah.
But you can't just do you need to exhibit symptoms before they do all that stuff for you?
Yeah,
or will they be like, you're good?
Most of the time you don't. They go by age.
Oh.
And then if you have family history of it, they'll be like, well, maybe you should get this test first, and then it goes from there.
It feels like there's an incentive for the medical community to not preemptively test you. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that way? Like I'm 27, but I could be that one guy that gets liver cancer at 27. It's mm-hmm. very rare. Mm-hmm. I could have brain cancer, but it's I feel like if I went into the doctor and I was like, I want you to test me for brain cancer, they'd be like, absolutely not.
No, they could.
Or would they?
If you ask for it, they're going to test you, of course, because they're going to get paid off of those tests. Now, are they going to tell you, hey, you need to test this right away? No. And also, it's more for example, I had back problems when I was 24, and instead of doing surgery, which helped right away, they gave me Vicodin for 2 years.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, let's see how this does. And it's just like, well, yeah, because you make more money. I stopped seeing the doctor after I got the back surgery because I didn't fucking need it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But, the downside of that is, Josh, you didn't think about the Pfizer shareholders. Did you think about the Pfizer shareholders?
I don't think Pfizer is the one that made Watson.
Or Purdue.
Yeah, I think it
was whatever. One of them.
Yeah.
They're all the same company to me, dude. They're all fucking conglomerate. Speaking of pain and suffering, I just want to get right into the main story. It's the biggest story in the whole world right now. And it's a story that I don't want to talk about because I have some personal attachments to it. But let's just get right into it. You've probably seen the news that Kendrick Lamar got off stage early at Austin City Limits Music Festival. He got off stage early. He was kicked off stage.
Kicked off stage?
Yeah, because Austin City Limits, the big music festival here in Austin, they had, I guess there's a curfew at 10. Kendrick got there late, and they cut his mic off. He's like doing his big fat performance, and they cut his mic off at like 10:10 p.m. at Zilker Park, and I wasn't there. I went the following day, but you know, this is worse than Israel. This is worse than what's happening in Israel.
Get out of here.
It is. If you go to see Kendrick, imagine seeing Kendrick, and in the middle of backseat freestyle, in the middle of him being like, C-O-M-P-T-O-N, my city, I'm in the streets, and then you can't hear him anymore, and the lights die down, and you just have to leave.
Was it on Instagram they showed it?
I don't know if there's a video of it, but there was a few reports about it. And even when I went, I also went. I went to ACL this past Saturday with my new girlfriend.
Oh,
I have a new girlfriend.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very. It's going very well. I love her dearly.
What's her name?
Amanda. You know her, Amanda. I don't want to say her last name.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I should. Well, she said she wants to do the podcast.
Okay.
She wants to do the Patreon. So I guess you guys will meet her.
I know her?
You do? Yeah, Amanda from.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been dating for about a month. It's been going very well.
Congratulations.
But I don't want to make this podcast a reality TV show. Yeah. I really don't. I don't want and that's what happens. And I go back to this all the time. I don't want this podcast to become like episode 2, like we're on episode 10.
Yeah.
I don't want episode 100 to be like, my girlfriend and I went to Wizzy Waters.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I broke up and now we're back together. Like,
Those are the best road stories, though.
My girlfriend and I went on the road.
Ooh, you know what we got to do? So you go on a road trip with her, right?
Yeah.
Then we do the road story, but you film something, and then we talk about the video that you filmed on the road.
No, God, fuck. And then we clip that up.
Yeah.
And then we do a best of Sean and his girlfriend on Sean's show.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do we even? And then I look back at that, and that's when I hang myself. That's when I'm like, what did I become?
Yeah.
I really truly don't like whatever Logan Paul is. I want to be the fucking opposite of that shit. You know, whatever like Logan Paul and fucking Dylan Danis. I don't even know who Dylan Danis is, but I'm so sad that I even know that fucking asshole's name. I have no idea who he is. You know what I mean?
He was a jiu-jitsu artist.
Yeah. They're all like Logan Paul, Dylan Danis. They're all like MMA adjacent. They're all interested in shit that's just in. It's like it's the Rogan universe, and they're like on the outskirts. They're like the Pluto. Logan Paul is in like Pluto of the Rogan universe, and there's all these webs and different like kind of like cultural watering holes where people go. And I want to stay as far away from reality TV as possible. I want to do takes on the news and a little bit of slice of life stuff about me and you, and that's all. Keep it very simple. I don't want to do clickbaity stuff and create these storylines and drama around this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's actually the guy from what is it called? No Jumper. He's like the king of that. You ever seen that? Is the guy that got his wife? They did him and would do porn. And then,
you mean Adam 22?
Yeah. And then his wife got fucked by like
a black guy or something, or
like with the main porn star of whatever. And then he's just making content off of that. And it's just like it's a lot of me. But it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. It's all positive because it's just eyes on you. They don't care how they look in the end.
Right. Like ultimately, that's a great point. The end result of all that like drama and bullshit is that unfortunately I know who Adam 22 is. It's very unfortunate that I even have heard. That's how like popular this shit is. But it's like I don't, I'd rather be like a semi-known comic that's fun to listen to than like the biggest like the Kim Kardashian.
Well, that
Kim
what
Kardashian
happens
level
is
fame.
That audience, then they become cannibals. When you have nothing left, they consume you. You know what I mean? So it's like if you just constantly put that negativity out like that, it's just that's who your haters are your fans.
I'm not negative, Josh. Go fuck yourself. You think I'm so fucking
your haters are your fans. People watch you to hate on you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brendan Schaub. Who I love. No, I mean, I'd open for him. I don't know. Maybe I would. Anyway, I went to ACL, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the bands. I will say this though. I went to Austin City Limits, and I saw a rapper. I saw a rapper at like 11:30 a.m. We got there at 11:30 a.m. and that's just too early for misogyny. You know what I mean? The sun was out. The rap was Big X the Plug. Have you heard of Big X the Plug? He has that one song.
Horrible. That's a horrible name.
Big X the Plug
It sounds like a butt plug.
My girlfriend and I were joking. We were like big extra chromosome. This is kind of fucked up. But no, he has that one song where he's like, "Bitch, I'm from Texas. Dun the bottom and respect us. Bitch, I'm from Texas." It's like a TikTok song.
No, I don't know.
Anyway, and this is no shade to Big X the Plug, but I went there. I was sipping my morning coffee at Austin City Limits, and Big X the Plug was like, "I fuck a bitch, then I throw her in the trash. Smack her on the ass, then I drive past." And I'm like,
That all rhymes.
Big X the Plug, the sun is out. Can we not, like, God is judging us right now. You know, if it were like 9 or 10 p.m. and I've had a few drinks, I'm all for some good misogyny.
Yeah.
11 p.m., the sun is down, the moon is out. I'm ready to hate women.
You can't do misogyny past 10 p.m. actually because Lamar will,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, there's a curfew. There's a misogyny curfew at 10 p.m. But 8 to 10 p.m., the sun is down. If Big X the Plug were to come out and he's like, I fucked a bitch, then I never text her back. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
At 11:30 a.m., I need jazz. So that was an interesting start to the festival. And if you've never been to a music festival, it's interesting because you have like all types of people go to music festivals. Well, no, not all types of people. There's no minorities there because it's too expensive.
Well, because we're working.
You're working the fest.
Yeah.
You're working the fest. It's really like especially it was very funny to see like a Houston rapper at 11:30 a.m. at Austin City Limits rapping about the hood, which is amazing. I love rap culture. I love rap. To like all of these like 19-year-old trust fund kids.
Skipping school. Yeah.
You know, cutting class, sneaking Molly that they bought, off the dark web or whatever.
In their butt, yeah.
And they're all like, yeah. Like, I love Big X the Plug. And and I'm not saying anyone can be a fan of anything. I'm not saying that like Big X the Plug should only have hood, like black. Fuck, this is not right. I'm not a racist. You know what I'm trying to say. Big X the Plug, just because he talks about his life. We need to cut that out. That was really bad.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That was weird. You just said nothing racist. You're like, I'm not a racist.
Well, no,
it's like you had a racist thought, and you're like, oh shit, did I say that out loud?
I was like, well, no, I said hood. Like I meant like Big X talks about his past. And not just him. Any rapper. They talk about them coming from the mud, coming from poverty.
Not
all, but many rappers do. And a lot of their fans are guys that look like me. They're white guys that have dads that have boats, and it's like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's funny to see that manifest live. I love Kendrick, but like, I would never want to be around 20 other white guys that also love Kendrick, enjoying Kendrick. It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm overthinking it.
A little bit.
Maybe we should just enjoy the music.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
I mean, if you can't do misogyny at 11:30 in the morning, when can you really? You know what I mean? That's the best time, I think, to do that.
When she just wakes up and fucks up the eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Kick the bitch out. Throw her away.
She fucked up the eggs. So I divorced her. Prenup. Rappers always talk about prenups.
Yeah.
Get that prenup. It's like, hey, good advice. That is good advice.
Good lawyers.
Oh shit, check. All right. The other thing about Austin City Limits that kind of bothered me, I saw this like indie band, and it was Husbands, and it was just the most like, it was just like the most derivative Mac DeMarco, 3 white dude chai latte fucking, Seattle bullshit. Three electric guitar bassists, 2 guitarists singing in harmony, like, my dad and your dad are friends. We went to the park and we smoked weed all night. And it's
that sounds like festival music to me.
It was, and it's like everyone's kind of like vibing out to it. I'm like, this fucking sucks. And then the lead singer's like, oh, this is what really pissed me off about the lead singer of Husbands. He's playing the guitar, right? The song ends. And then he's like tuning up his guitar. He's like, don't mind me, guys. Just tuning out of drop B. Do you know what that drop B is?
Nope.
So guitar, if there's any people who play guitar, guitars have like standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E. That's like the standard tuning for the 6 strings on a guitar. Drop B, it's a very simple concept. All it means is you take the lowest string, which is tuned to low E, and all you do is you tune it down, you drop the tuning down to B. And it's like, it's a musical whatever. Sometimes you use an alternate tuning to play chords differently. Doesn't matter. I'm boring people with this explanation, but my point is, that's my whole point, is that the guy on stage live said, don't mind me, just tuning out of drop B back up to standard tuning. Like, it's like you don't need to announce.
Well, he doesn't like silence.
Yeah. And he's like trying to show off, like, look at how smart I am, look at how musically inclined I am.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, dude, like, what if I was like, that would be like as a comedian if you were like, now I will do my next joke.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, just preparing to do my next joke. It's like, bro, just do the next joke.
Yeah, well, I used to do that all the time in podcasts. I'd be like, hey, Google this. And I'd be like, how many people are in the... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm typing, it's just
it's
like...
amateur shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking amateur shit. And...
well, he's an ACL. And what time did he perform at?
2:30, 3 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, oh, shit, this is the big leagues.
Yeah. No, he wanted to show off. He wanted to be a little... And actually, what I like that they didn't do, though, is that was actually them, and we'll get to Israel. I promise you, we're getting to Israel. Don't worry. I know you're listening. You're like, is Sean just going to talk about a music festival he went to the whole time? No, I'm going to talk about Israel. We're going to talk about Mia Khalifa.
Oh, what happened with Mia Khalifa?
You wait and see. I'm going to build some suspense. I'm learning to build suspense.
You know, they found her at Whataburger.
Dead in a trap? Dead or no?
No. She was like, she worked at Whataburger, and they're like, you should do porn.
Oh, that's how they discovered her?
Yeah.
Damn.
Whataburger.
But and now she's a human rights activist. But we'll get to that. You know what I liked that this indie band didn't do? A lot of musical musicians are very arrogant. They're very full of themselves, and they think of things, or I don't go to a music festival. I don't go to a live concert to see the musicians do a live podcast on stage. You see this with U2. I saw a video of U2. U2 is literally guilty of what I'm talking about. U2 played a song, and then they put their mics back in the mic stand, and they go, now before we get to the next song, how do you do British? Top of the morning. Are they British or Australian?
No, they're British.
They're British. Before we get to the next song, we just want to say what's happening in Israel is very sad. It's very sad. Anyway, here's City of Blinding Lights. And I'm just like, and they kind of talk about...
They've done that forever, though.
They talk about the issue, and I have a problem with it. They talk about the issues, and I'm like, I'm sitting in the audience of these concerts. Whenever a band starts talking in between songs, I'm like, get back to the music, man. I didn't pay $200 to see you talk.
Comics do that all the time, and then they get applause breaks.
Well, comics talk, but okay, that actually, we are guilty of it too.
Yeah.
Because every time you should be just going for the laugh, always.
Yeah.
So like when a comic goes like, now before I do my next joke, I want to get serious for a moment. Maybe it's all artists, but musicians are very good.
Shoehorning the point in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They're saying the message without adding any art to it. They're just going like I have a mic because hopefully we have mics because hopefully we can make things funny. If we were just here saying like, man, what's happening in Israel is really sad. It's like everyone is saying that. That's not entertaining.
I thought people were saying what was happening in Gaza is really sad, but you know.
Josh, if you're pro Hamas, you can get the fuck out of here right now.
Gaza is not Hamas. Hamas is
through Gaza. We're not doing this. What if we actually just fight? Hamas. We just fight it. Gaza is Hamas. Hamas. You know what Hamas is? It's a delicious treat that you dip your chips into.
That's
such a hack. How many times has that joke been made? I'm sorry, but we gotta do the hummus joke. What if we just like really have a serious fight about Israel?
Okay, you be Israel and I'll be.
No. You look at the map. You look at the maps. Thousands of years ago. All right.
I don't even argue. I just shoot you.
Like Hamas would do. like Hamas would do. No, I'm pro Hamas, but we're not there yet. We're not there. I don't want to spoil the whole story, but when like, I don't like it when artists, whether they be a musician, a comedian, whatever, a magician. You know, maybe magicians don't do this. That's kind of nice. Most magicians, they do their tricks and they keep it to the tricks. Yeah. We should all take a note. Take this out of the playbook of magicians. Magicians, just because Israel and Palestine occupied Israel are at war. That's a joke. Or wait, did I fuck that up? I meant to say just because Israel and the people in Palestine is not a country. It's a terrorist group. Whoa. But I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
A magician will do a trick, and it exists in a vacuum. You go into the room where the magic's happening. You watch the trick. It should teleport you to a whole nother world. It's supposed to be, what's the word?
Well, that's old,
immersive.
That's old magic.
Well, I mean,
new magic is David Blaine. I'm gonna sit in a block of ice.
That's true, which is not even really magical. He's just a psycho.
Yeah, but that's like, whoa, his mind is magic.
Yeah. It's like the.
This guy eats frogs and goes to parties and spits them up. Fucking crazy.
Did you see that video? Did you see the one where he like spit out a frog in front of Jeff Bezos, or like he like ate glass in front of Jeff Bezos? He like did tricks for like Jeff Bezos.
He does it for my favorite though is the one with him and Harrison Ford.
I haven't seen that one.
It's fucking hilarious. He tells him to pick a card, and he's like, "This is your card." He goes like, "All right, go ahead and grab a piece of fruit." And Harrison Ford's like, "What the fuck?" And he grabs like a piece of fruit, and he opens up the piece of fruit, and inside the fruit is his card. And he opens it up, he's like, and he looks at him, he goes, "Get the fuck out of my house."
That's funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Honestly, I would have loved to see David Blaine and Jeff Bezos, and David Blaine, instead of eating the glass, cut the wine glass himself. He makes Jeff Bezos eat the fucking wine glass. Chew it, bitch. Fucking asshole.
That's my favorite billionaire.
You're Jeff? I actually really like Jeff. I like Jeff more than Elon.
I like Jeff
infinitely more.
I like Jeff. Jeff is my favorite because he does not pretend to be what he's not.
Right.
Everybody else is like trying to do something more, and Jeff Bezos is like, I don't give a fuck.
Jeff Bezos, I love it. Yeah, you're right. He started a logistics company, and he's very rich, and he wants to go to space and have sex with 14-year-olds, and I love that for
him. Are you serious?
No.
Okay,
no,
I was like,
no.
oh shit.
I should really stop accusing people of pedophilia when they're not, because that will come back to bite me someday.
Yeah. Especially if you're a pedophile.
Clip that up. I wonder how much of this will be clipped up in the future to cancel me.
Well, if you're successful,
when I kill myself. It's either going to be played to cancel me or played at my memorial. Like at my memorial, people will be like, "Oh my god, he was so funny. He was really underrated." Or if I'm famous, people will be like, "Kill Sean Riley."
The most successful you can be is if you have children and they go back when they're in their 40s and they showed their kids, this is what grandpa used to talk about. That's the most successful you can be.
Yeah, that's true. You can only ever really... The only real way to have a legacy that lasts eons is either genocide or philosophy. Like, who do we really remember from ancient history? It's all the people that committed genocide. Genghis Khan, Hitler.
Yep.
Or people that commit cultural genocide. Kim Kardashian.
Well, not necessarily. You can be so evil that society doesn't talk about you at all. Like Leopold. Leopold killed more people than Hitler.
Really?
But they were all
in Asia?
No. He killed, I think it was Nigeria. He killed a bunch of Nigerians.
Oh, you mentioned him on a previous episode.
Yeah. So, maybe it's because they teach more European history, a lot more European history than they do other history.
Right.
So, but that guy was way worse than Hitler. Well I don't want to say wait. They're both bad. Never mind.
You have to. I mean, with Leopold, you have to multiply all the lives lost by 3/5.
Oh shit.
Shit. Now do the math. Honestly,
he still had more.
It's still more after that. That's fucked up. No, I don't know what I'm trying. I'm trying to say that, like, I just like it when artists, if you feel with musicians, with U2, if U2 stops their music and they start talking about Israel, I want to be like, hey U2, if you care so strongly about Israel and war, write another song about it. I know you guys already wrote songs about the war, but I mean, like, I don't need to know that you support, that you've always been supporting nonviolence. I don't need to hear you be like, we support nonviolence. I'm U2. We support nonviolence from our ivory tower. I have a penthouse in London. It's not very violent. It's very sad to see the violence in Israel.
Yeah.
Perpetrated by the Hamas terrorists. Are they very pro-Israel, U2?
I don't think so.
Well, I think the UK and Israel are allies.
Well,
we're all in NATO, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna bring that up. You'll get it off of YouTube.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
No, say what you're gonna say.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if we're so okay. Well, they're gonna say this is a Republican talking point. I don't believe it's a Republican talking point.
Okay.
But Biden freed up $6 billion that's only for humanitarian use to Iran, who funds Hamas, right? And they're saying, well, no, that money's still there. That money's for this. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, as soon as they freed up the money, a few weeks later,
Oh, I saw that. Like, wasn't it like $6 billion was sanctioned in a South Korean bank account?
Correct.
And then it was unrestricted.
Correct. But that's only for humanitarian use.
Well, what people don't know is that people don't know the word fungible. Whenever you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever you hear the word fungible, all you can think of is NFTs now.
Yeah.
Oh, non-fungible token. People don't even know what fungible is, let alone non-fungible.
Right.
Fungibility is actually the basis for the argument that you're talking about, which is the fact that it's a very simple concept. Fungibility means that it's money, a unit of money can be is equivalently exchanged. Like, if you have 10 units of money, fungibility means that those are all looked at in exactly equal value and they're equivalent. So, like, for example, diamond gems are non-fungible, right? Like, every diamond has to be valued one by one.
The way I always heard it is like Mona Lisa. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you have a Mona Lisa and I have a copy of the Mona Lisa, like, you can't have it's the Mona Lisa is non-fungible.
Exactly.
There's only one Mona Lisa.
Right. All art is technically non-fungible.
Correct.
You can buy art, but it's like,
I can have a picture of it, but that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to what you're talking about, yeah, like when the U.S., I think, tries to make money that we spend on foreign affairs like restricted. Like, but you can't really when you try to restrict cash, you're not it's cash is fungible. It's all exchangeable. So it's like if Iran gets $6 billion extra for quote unquote humanitarian causes,
that frees up $6 billion.
That frees up $6 billion that they would have otherwise used to fund humanitarian causes on war.
Yeah.
So even if you give $6 billion to Iran for humanitarian causes, you're effectively still giving them $6 billion.
It's like your mom gave you $500 for rent, right?
That's
only for rent. Well, I had $500 in the bank that I was going to have to pay for rent. But now that mom gave me $500 for rent, I'm going to pay that for rent, and I'm going to use this $500 for drugs, even though she told me not to buy drugs.
That's a great.
I'm going to use this for drugs.
Exactly.
But it's not this. No. But it's not the same. And I'm like, and this is me going full conspiracy mode. It's like, all right, the alien thing in Mexico didn't work out. They tried to bring the COVID thing back. That didn't work out. The Russia-Ukraine thing is like, oh, fuck, we're losing steam on this. The banking system's about to collapse. We need to blame it on something. Here it is. We got to go for broke. And I hate that I think that way. I wish I'd be like, Dallas Cowboys. I can't. I don't give a fuck.
I know. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, look, dude, you're not talking to a patriot right now. You're not talking to a patriot. I am pro-Iran. I'm pro-Hamas.
It's fucking scary. And did you see the thing in London? People were celebrating they're
pro-Palestine.
Yeah, and a lot of people were well, I don't know if we can bring this up. What
say whatever you
Black
want.
Lives Matter just put out.
I missed that. I saw that trending. What did Black Lives Matter say?
That
Is BLM? Let me guess. Don't tell me. Let's do a little game.
Yeah.
Damn, we need some sound effects, but I'll just use my voice. Da 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 da. Let's. Sean guesses if Black Lives Matter supports Palestine or Israel. I have 60 seconds. That's too long. I have 20 seconds. I don't even know why I'm thinking about that long. It's definitely they're pro-Palestine.
Yeah, they're saying they're like finally they're fighting back against the colonialism, right? And it's like rooting for cancer or AIDS. That's a horrible example, but you know what I mean. Like as far as you don't want anybody, there's no right side to pick as far as like fuck.
We're still talking about Austin City Limits, by the way.
Yes, we are. We're still talking about, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack all that. My take is not nuanced and it's not, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip all that.
Wow, this is like we're about to come. Like we just can't not talk about Israel. It's
like you're about to come and then the picture of your grandma comes in your head. You're like, oh, I gotta stop. Wait, I gotta stop watching.
Okay, one more. I just want let's jump in a sec, but I just want to say one more thing about music festivals. So that'll be a great transition because music festivals. There's a music festival in Israel that was bombed. It was that
girl from Germany that was kidnapped.
She was so hot.
Gaza.
Hummus and Gaza. But the last thing I'll say about Austin City Limits, I had a lot of fun. The types of people you see there is very funny because you have like hippie chicks, you have like 65-year-old dads that are there with like their young daughters. You have like literal kids. Mm-hmm. I literally saw I was at Austin City Limits and I saw like a group of like 30 high schoolers that were drinking stolen alcohol right next to like a father like pushing his kid by in a stroller. Like literally it was like a baby. Yeah. If you bring your baby to Austin City Limits, I will kidnap your child as a lesson to you. Jesus. You should not bring a child to this place. It's a godless place.
People do that in Vegas. They do that on 6th Street. It's
the most irresponsible thing you can do as a parent. I mean, they could catch a stray.
It's the same.
It's crazy. It's so irresponsible.
It's the same dad who takes his kid to Hooters to eat lunch.
Yeah, it's like you're fucking up your kid. Which I agree with. I want more fucked up people. We need more chaos in the world. More hate, more chaos. That's ultimately what. If you listen to this show, you have hate in your heart. I'm sorry. If you people ask me all the time.
Brought to you by Hamas.
Brought to you. Again, they're the heroes. You can't.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, was ACL worth it? Josh, ask me ACL smash or pass ACL, and then I'll
cap or no cap.
Cap or no cap. Cap or pass.
Yeah.
God, I fucking hate what TikTok has ruined culture. Have I already mentioned on the show that I hate
Is it bussin'?
What's yo, was ACL bussin' or was it cap?
Yeah.
Yo, my mom's being like super cap right now.
I don't think that's how you use it.
Yo, my mom's like super cap right now. Yo, I told my mom that Hamas is in the right, and she was like capping hella hard. Just do like Gen Z lingo.
Yeah.
Yo, Israel's being really chuggy right now. Israel's like so chuggy with like their colonization of Palestine and like honestly like free Palestine, hashtag free Palestine, hashtag no cap.
Yeah.
Hashtag it be your own hombres.
I can't respect anybody who's my age that says, "Hey man, no cap," and I'm like, oh, what the fuck did you just say,
dude?
And the same person told me because I was like, oh, it's tight. They're like, oh, who uses tight, you old fuck? I'm like, we're the same age. Stop using their lingo. You sound stupid.
Tight is like I say that's tight.
Yeah,
tight,
I say tight.
That's tight.
Dope, and it's like
tight, dope. Those things that feels natural. To say that's cap is like that's wrong. And if you disagree with us, you're too young to be listening to this. I really am worried about young people listening to this. I really don't want to destroy the Utes. That's a Joe pass your deep cut. Okay. Let's get to Israel. We have to talk about it.
You want me to go on Twitter and look up stuff?
Eventually. I want to do my opening monologue first.
All right.
My Jimmy Fallon. Should I do a Jimmy Fallon? You know, it'd be a funny bit to do on this show. You know, Jimmy Fallon's thank you notes?
No.
Okay, so Jimmy Fallon has this bit he does on his show where they play like this kind of cute music, and he has a notebook and a pencil, and he like goes like, "Dear," and then he'll be like, "Dear Olympics, thank you for reminding us that no one can run 100 meters very fast." And then the whole crowd goes, "Ha ha 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 ha." So it's like funny, like he writes thank you notes to the news.
Yeah.
So I want to do like Sean Riley's.
By the way, I'm a big Jimmy Fallon fan. Because my friends that he writes for him, and I just saw him on Jimmy Fallon. So
I saw that too. I know
shout out to
Zaid.
Zaid. So
Houston guy.
Yeah.
He actually opened for Big X the Plug at ACL.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to write for Jimmy Fallon someday. But that will never happen because I'm
edgy.
Jewish. And Jewish people are oppressed. Again, we'll get to Israel. But I want to do this death bit where, you know, Jimmy Fallon has this bit. Jimmy Fallon's thank you notes. It's a very popular bit. I'll send you some videos. I want to do like maybe like Jimmy Fallon's thank you notes. What about like Sean Riley's fuck you notes?
Okay.
Or like what's the opposite of thank you? Your welcome notes.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuckers. Sean Riley's maybe even just Sean Riley's thank you notes. How about Sean's thank you notes?
Okay.
Except my thank you notes are a little different.
Okay.
They're a little more honest. Like
not thank you notes. They're thank you notes.
like sarcastically.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. Let me do one real quick. Dear Hamas, thank you so much for reminding us that riding around on a fan in the air is super fun. Well, that sucked. Dear Israel, thanks for reminding us that colonization works. Okay, I'll have to write those. We have to flesh out that thought more. God, hey, you start a fucking podcast. Yeah. Fuck you. This shit's hard. You start a podcast. This shit's hard, man. Sometimes the stuff doesn't hit. Okay, but Israel. So I woke up. It was what are we on day 4 of the war?
Yeah, have Saturday or Friday.
If you live under a rock, and you haven't heard, 1,000 Israeli civilians were killed by Hamas.
Oh, it was more. I thought it was 600.
Dude, no, the death toll rose. And it was basically an ambush. So let me just kind of consolidate all the stuff I've read about the situation. Is that for the last few years, Hamas and Palestine have. I'll be more specific. For the last few years, Hamas has sort of. What's the word? Deceived Israel into thinking that Hamas did not want to go to war. Hamas has basically been like, yeah, we don't want to go to war. And lately, Israel has been enacting incentives, economic incentives. They've given people that live in the Gaza Strip work permits to cross the border to help them make more money, and basically tried to incentivize financially against a war. And Hamas was sort of playing along with like this economic incentive plan that kind of is going in is more diplomatic.
Oh,
in the
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible that we can separate the people of Gaza and Hamas?
Separate them like physically, like cut them in half?
No. I meant like
because they're the same.
That's what I'm saying.
They're the fucking same, Josh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like because it's like okay, then everybody who lives in Texas is a right wing conspiracy. Oh shit. Oh, okay, never mind.
That's no cap. No cap. If you live in Texas, you're a Republican. You're not.
Exactly.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't. If you live in Austin, you're a crypto Nazi.
Okay. Ooh,
And I don't mean crypto like cryptocurrency. I mean crypto like secret.
Yeah.
Crypto as in cryptography.
Ah.
On my crypto shit. When everyone's like, "Are you into crypto?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a crypto fascist." I will be the fascist leader of the new America one day.
Oh, okay. As you say.
But I'll be a benevolent king. Unless your name's Elon Musk. Or you want to challenge yourself. You want to challenge my autism. I am the most autistic. All people more autistic than me will be slaughtered.
Jeez.
With love. Wow. Okay.
I feel like if you're a king, you would wear that mask that what's his name? The king of Jerusalem had. That silver mask.
I'd be so fucking evil. It'd be really bad.
And whenever you get mad, you just change the mask.
No, when I get really mad, I'm wearing a gold mask.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing a gold mat, I'd be like, no, I'd be on my Squid Game shit. You know those the VIPs.
Yeah.
I love Squid Game. Remember the VIPs in Squid Game? We're like,
I never watched it.
Oh, you gotta watch. Oh, Josh, you have to watch Squid Game. It's
I'm
so
surprised
good.
you watched it because I'm kind of like that. Whenever he's like, you have to. This is the most. I'm like, nah, not watching it because everybody wants me to do it.
It was one of the few things that was extremely hyped that was actually so fucking good. I loved it.
Did you see the Squid Game's cryptocurrency that went? They had a Squid Game's cryptocurrency.
Squid Coin?
Yeah, and they had it live. The guy's like, all right, kid. Oh shit! And it went from like I forgot what the price was, and it just went straight down to zero.
It plummeted.
They pulled all the money out.
It's good to rug. A nice rug pull is always nice. Yeah. If you get fucked by a rug pull on a cryptocurrency, or even if you know what that means, go outside. It's time to get some pussy. If you know what a rug pull is, it's time to get some pussy.
Is Palantir a rug pull?
No. Palantir is the future of AI. And hey. Oh, look at that. I'm glad you mentioned that, Josh. You see that number right there? 17.
Yeah.
You see that number right there? It's up 1% today. Guys, look at my note. Check. Okay, we're back. Hey, by the way, if you bitch about any of the production value problems on this show, go watch Theo Von. Fuck you. Go watch Theo Von talk about, like, concrete. Go watch Theo Von talk about concrete. We talk about issues here, okay? I love Theo Von.
Yeah.
And I'd love to open for him.
He might move here.
I got to stop trashing other comics on this show.
What other comic have you trashed?
Brennan Schaub.
Everybody does that.
True. Rogan.
Oh, I've never done that. That's on you. Yeah.
I love Rogan. I've never trashed him.
That's why we're all here.
Don't go digging through past episodes and clipping up little sound bites of me making jokes about Rogan. Don't do that. Don't send that to me. Please don't send that to me.
Don't send that to him.
Yeah, please don't send that to him.
I don't think he'd give a shit.
If you send that to him and he responds, I will give you hell. Okay. No, but what I was gonna say before my micro cut out. Look at my nose. You see my nose right here? You see the bridge of my nose? I knew that Hamas was going to attack Israel. That's why I bought Palantir. You see this nose? This is a nose of knowledge.
Yeah.
Who do you think signed off on, gave the green light for the Hamas attack?
Biden.
Who do you think gave it to me?
Oh.
It was me.
Oh.
I gave the green light. I said, buy a bunch of ceiling fans, put them on some folding chairs. Here's some AR-15s. Okay, can we talk about the paratroopers? They flew in on ceiling fans.
Yeah, that was the BLM sign that had a little ceiling fan. Like the fan, he's like, nee. That was the. It was
that
like
was like there's. That was like a like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they have. Let's watch. Let's look
yeah, I'll
that
pull
up.
that up.
Oh, like
Also,
as a like a fun little cartoon.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't bring up what the Prince of Saudi Arabia said.
No, wait. Mohammed bin Salman commented.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said
Oh, this is a dream.
about peace talks being over.
Oh, this
That's
is a dream.
fucking
Oh, this
scary.
is a dream.
It is scary.
Is Mohammed bin Salman Palestine or Israel? It was Israel, right?
No, he said
Well, he's Muslim. He's Islam.
Yeah, he said we're not. No more peace talks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'll pull up the BLM first, and then I'll pull that one up after.
So, guys, we're about to
That was-
see. We're about to see BLM, and this is the official BLM nonprofit, right? Just BLM Chicago. All right. Well, so this might just be a random dude with. So can we just go up to and maybe
It
make
says
the image?
killing over 260.
Let's go. We should confirm the death toll, but let's take a look at this BLM Los Angeles. So here is, and can you just click on?
This one?
Yep, that one. Okay. And then here, one sec here. Let me zoom in. Okay. So if you're just joining us, or if you just cut to this time code on the YouTube video, we are looking at Black Lives Matter reacting to the recent conflict in Israel. Here's their statement. We too understand what it means to be surveilled, dehumanized, property seized, families separated, our people criminalized and slaughtered with impunity, locked up in droves, and when we resist, they call us terrorists. We too dream of a world where our people may live freely on decolonized land. May the borders, checkpoints, prisons, police, and watch lists that terrorize our communities crumble, and may the world we build from their ashes honor those who have fallen in struggle. That's actually hard as fuck.
That's not even the one I read. This was. Oh, this is from Los Angeles. There was another
that's
one.
BLMLA.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a powerful statement. I mean, one might even say that it's based. No cap. Yo, that's based no cap. So, and here's the BLM Chicago. I stand with Palestine. And there's a little cartoon of a paratrooper with a Palestinian flag. They don't have the ceiling fan. It's embarrassing to get killed by a guy on a ceiling fan. It's embarrassing to get killed by a guy that's flying in with a ceiling fan strapped to his back and lands. Could you imagine you're standing there? Imagine you're standing in a field and you're an IDF soldier and you're defending Israel. And you're having your morning coffee, listening to Big X the Plug talk about misogyny. And then you look up and there's a paratrooper flying in on like a ceiling fan from Lowe's.
Yeah.
They probably bought the fans at Lowe's or Home Depot.
I think they made them.
You think they made them themselves?
Yeah.
Can you even fly on a fan? It just doesn't seem feasible to
It
that
just
a fan
pushes you forward
So they have to like launch
from somewhere high.
They have to launch from like a mountain, no nearby
Probably building.
A building, and then the ceiling fan pushes them into Israel.
Well, yeah, because they still have the parachute as well.
Okay, before we continue, Josh, I think we should honestly, like, with no joking right now, like, we should say where we stand on Israel and Palestine so that people know what side we're on.
Okay.
So you go first.
Your turn.
What was that? You just looked away.
Yes. Yeah. I might even put my face in. There's nothing that I can say I didn't have there's nothing that
you can say.
There's nothing that I can say.
Josh,
it's
you
okay.
can say that you stand with Israel against the terrorists.
I do not stand with Hamas, of course, but at the same time, you're gonna kill a lot of children. It's sad as fuck. It's sad as fuck. So there's no winning. There's no winning in this at all.
You know what's worse than not standing with Israel and not standing with Palestine?
Yeah.
Standing on the fence.
Yeah, I turned the other way. I went to but see, here's the point. What am I what can I say? I feel like I'm trying to be you too right now and be like,
okay, fine. I'll go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're gonna dodge the question so much. I'll go first, Josh.
Well, it's not dodging the question. It's me being honest, saying that I don't have an answer and there's nothing that I don't.
I mean, it's
you know what I mean.
It's Sean's show. I shouldn't be pressing you for your fucking opinions. It's actually crazy that I expect so much from you as a producer. It's unbelievable.
Solve this problem now.
Yeah, I mean, like people. But I will say what I feel honestly about the situation. When it comes to Israel and Palestine and what's going on, here's how I feel. Look up Mia Khalifa's opinion. That's my opinion.
Oh, shit. What's Mia Khalifa's opinion?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, okay.
So, Mia Khalifa, porn star,
she wasn't
activist,
that good of a porn star at all.
Ex-porn star, activist. I just... what we need? I want to write this down. You know what sound effect we need on this show? Is like a news. It's a Oh fuck! I don't want to steal that from Asan. I was gonna say we need like a breaking news sound effect, but no, we can't do that. So
Can we? Is this it? This is it.
oh, actually, if you go to the here, I'll I have actually a link over here. I'll pull it up. So ex-porn star human rights activist Mia Khalifa supports Hamas. And she was dropped by Playboy. I want to get her tweet. This is really unbelievable. And I already said this on I already said this on my Instagram, but I will say it here too. The absolute worst thing you can do when a big political event happens, a war, an election, is to go to Twitter. If you go to Twitter, nothing good can come from going to Twitter when a big news event happens. Because I did that, and now I know how Mia Khalifa feels about Israel. I didn't need to know that. No one needs to know how Mia Khalifa feels about Israel. And I put that out.
Wait,
like,
were her titties out when she said it?
Well, no, here's the thing. I put that out there, and people were like, Sean, do you even keep up with Mia Khalifa? She's an ex-porn star. Now she's a human rights activist. I'm like, hey, everyone. No, I don't fucking keep up with Mia Khalifa. No, I don't follow Mia Khalifa. Hey, I think it's weird that you follow Mia Khalifa on Twitter. That's a little weird. And everyone's like, actually, Mia Khalifa is a human rights advocate right now. Also, she's not a human rights advocate. She's telling Hamas to film in 4K. She literally, let me pull the tweet up, which is a funny tweet. Also, I'm gonna dunk on Mia Khalifa right now. I will say she's articulate.
Yeah, she's not dumb.
Somehow, all those cocks in her mouth made her articulate.
She really didn't do that many porns.
She was only a porn star for three months, right?
Yeah.
But
most porn stars don't do it that many. Don't do that.
It's like being a football player.
A little bit, I get. Well, you know what? If she was an activist for porn stars, like people leaving the business,
and I think she was eventually.
You know what I mean? That I'm like, okay, I see where she's coming from, but it's like it's hard to, I don't know, to take somebody serious when you saw them get the shit fucked out of them. You know,
literally.
Well, I didn't literally see shit come out of her, but I saw
probably something.
Two dicks go in her, and I mean, it was very entertaining. But
yeah,
still,
look, Mia Khalifa had a. Did she ever do like a bukkake?
No, she didn't do like
or was she tasteful?
The craziest thing that I think she had on there was she got double teamed, but that's about it.
So when you look at the human rights activism landscape, Mia Khalifa, I can't even name a human rights activist.
No, Bono,
Bernie Sanders, nah,
no,
he's a politician. Malcolm X, no, he's a terrorist. A dead terrorist. Just kidding. I love him. I literally read his whole book. I love Malcolm X. So
you know that's who Magneto is based off of, but they made him white or they made him Jewish. Yeah, no, for real.
I know that.
Professor Xavier was supposed to be MLK and
Magneto was supposed to be Malcolm X. But then Hollywood was like, we need to decrease the melanin in these superheroes.
Oh no, off the beginning, that's what they did.
Oh
yeah.
So I want to find the actual tweet that she made. So so this is the article. Sorry, we're kind of out of order right now. So basically, Mia Khalifa made some statements about Hamas, and she was dropped by Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like a Playboy podcasting deal. And because she had been a vocal supporter of Palestine. But I want to find the actual tweet that she made.
The bottom one? Oh, that's Playboy's statement.
Yeah, I do want to get to Playboy's statement too. But can you just type in Mia? Actually, if we just scroll up here. Mia Khalifa. Let's see. So she pinned it. This is unbelievable. We have to cover this.
It's hard to be taken serious when that is your profile pic.
Yeah. Let's see her. Look. I mean, you look like a stripper. I'm sorry. You look.
But a top-notch one.
Top-notch.
A-list.
Yes. Look. Is And people, dude, I put out a TikTok
Yeah.
of like me joking about Mia Khalifa.
Uh-huh.
And this TikTok guy like put me on blast.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 500,000 followers on TikTok. And I was like, did a joke.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
perfect.
you.
That's
I
what you
know.
want to do.
He was hating on me. He was like, I like was like Mia Khalifa, the porn star, and he like stitched my video, and he was like, you mean Mia Khalifa, the human rights activist, bro? Now I know you don't read books. I fucking read books.
That's what
Bro.
he said. Now I know you don't read
Now I
books.
don't like what? What does books have to do with this? I'm literally reading a book about the history of debt,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying and all of he had his fans come after me on my TikTok.
If you, what's the point of having fans if you can't get them to attack people who are less famous?
That's
than
why
you?
we're here.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he did. Respect.
yeah.
I didn't even like. It's a fucking joke. But his fan base came after me, and they were like, "Oh, Sean." They were like, you know what? And they made fun of my look.
Yeah.
They were like, it's always a white guy with a receding hairline telling women to shut up. And let me be clear.
Did they say anything about your nose?
No, they didn't. I should have been like, anti-Semitic much?
Yeah.
But they're making fun of my look. And I'm like, aren't you guys, and these are like a bunch of like, I think they were all like very liberal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, aren't you guys the camp of body positivity? And you're dunking on me because of how I look? What if I kill myself? I'll kill myself.
And you got to do it like that.
I'll kill myself. My receding hairline is actually one of the big reasons of why I'm depressed and suicidal. So you making fun of it is triggering to me.
I'm gonna try Keeps.
I should try Keeps. We are not sponsored by Keeps
Yeah.
yet. Actually, never. I will never do ads on the show. But my point is, I'm not gonna stick. I'm not the white guy that's telling women to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa has the right to her opinion. In fact, I agree with a lot of what Mia Khalifa's saying. I understand that Mia's being bombastic. She's being antagonistic, right? But at the core of what she's saying is that Israeli colonizers should be executed, and that's what I agree with.
Jeez. Really?
No.
Okay.
No. That was me trying to be a bit. That was a joke.
Oh, I was like, God dang. That. Well, they were saying they need to get out of Gaza right now. But where do they go?
Iran, where they fucking belong.
Jeez. So they can go to Iran?
I guess they go to Egypt.
Did you hear about the Egyptian police killing an Israeli tourist?
No, and I'm not really concerned about that.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. It's hard to make jokes about war.
Yeah.
I'm usually like I usually just do the ironic take, and it's like it's hard to do that when the ironic take is kill the people.
When the war is so fresh.
and
Yeah.
the war is so But let me read Mia Khalifa's tweet. Here's Mia Khalifa's tweet. I just want to make sure there's 4K footage of my people breaking down the walls of the open air prison they've been forced out of their homes. Wait, let me start over. See, here's the thing about porn stars. They're very bad with grammar. Let me just read it again. Mia Khalifa's grammar is not that great. I just want to make sure there's 4K footage of my people breaking down the walls of the open air prison they've been forced out of their homes and into. See, it's just Mia, you gotta like have some sentence breaks. You gotta use some commas. You gotta use some periods. Maybe a semicolon.
She hasn't had a period. I don't remember.
Jesus. I mean, let me just read this one more time. I just want to make sure there's 4K footage of my people breaking down the walls of the open air prison they've been forced out of their homes and into, so we have good options for the history books that write about how they freed themselves from apartheid. Again, Mia, I understand what you're going for, but you need to it's a compound sentence, and you kind of need to break it up with some commas. Next sentence, she says, please worry about your sad little company lacking direction and purpose before you utter my name again, gray heart. I stand with all people fighting oppression, now and always. Do your research before begging for my investment in your little project. I'm from Lebanon, she screams, Lebanon. And I'm also 1/8 Lebanese. Mm-hmm. So I 1/8 support Hamas. Are you insane for expecting me to be on the side of colonialism, you fucking weirdo? And then the Palestine flag emoji. So So Mia Khalifa wants 4K footage of Hamas soldiers executing Israeli kids.
Again, I think she's being
I'm not.
bombastic.
She's being bombastic.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think she's very brave for saying this because she knows that Playboy has a podcast deal with her and that they will likely drop her. And I want to talk about that now. Mia Khalifa had a deal with Playboy. So Mia Khalifa says that. And then here's Playboy's reaction. I mean, she looks gorgeous. She's a 10. I'm not going to rate women. We don't rate women on this show. No, well, that's the last time, and I apologize.
No, but you can rate women if you constantly say everybody's a 10.
All women are 10s.
There you go.
Which means all women are 1s.
All women
They're
are
all the
ones.
same.
Are you saying all women are either a 1 or 0? Is that what you're trying to say?
What's that one rap song? Circle, circle, dot, dot. Remember that one from like a while ago?
No, I'm not.
It's about boobs.
I'm not hip.
That's like, okay. But anyway, here's where we're at with American culture. We're at a point in American culture and with corporate pandering. The corporations pandering is truly it's disgusting. The fact that so many marketing teams at corporations feel the need to take sides on shit. Like Costco, Walmart, Chevron, ExxonMobil. You don't need to take Playboy, big brands, Birkenstock, Dunkin' Donuts. I don't need to hear how Dunkin' Donuts feels about Israel. That's my point today.
You know who does that?
Who?
Palantir.
Yeah. And you want to know why they don't take sides? Because their whole business is that they've taken a side. You know why Palantir isn't making a statement on Israel? Because they have a contract with the fucking IDF.
Yeah.
That's why. You should buy Palantir stock. War stocks do well. Defense contractors do well during a war. When Hamas bombed Israel, Palantir went up by 5%. And I'm not saying that it's morally just to own Palantir, but if you want to make some cash, it's not a bad stock to own. I literally made $1,000 in the last few days on Palantir.
Yeah.
Because thanks to Hamas. That's why I'm pro Hamas.
Oh, okay. It's financial.
I think a lot
of Congress people are pro Hamas.
Pro Hamas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, secretly they are.
Yeah.
They want more war.
Yeah.
They're pro war.
Yeah.
But it's just, I hope that people from all sides of the political aisle can agree with me on this. Corporations need to shut the fuck up when it comes to social issues. Often people rebuke this point by saying this. They say rainbow capitalism is better than normal capitalism. A lot of people that are liberal will tell this to me on my. They'll be like, oh, they'll comment on my videos. They'll be like, oh, it's better that corporations, even if it's disingenuous, they'll say this to me. They'll say, there's a lot I want to say right now, but the point is, they'll tell me this. They'll be like, Sean, you're wrong for criticizing these corporations for pandering to LGBT or social issues. It's good that Playboy canceled their contract. Sorry, that's actually not an example of it. They'll say this to me. They'll be like, Sean, it's good that Target is pushing LGBT causes, even if Target's being disingenuous, because the net effect is that more people see LGBT in society and culture, and that's ultimately what will move society forward. So therefore, rainbow capitalism, i.e., all of these corporations.
Oh, that's why it's called rainbow capitalism.
Rainbow, yeah, like the flag, the LGBT flag.
Yeah.
So that's why they say rainbow capitalism is better than historically gray capitalism, which is just
obey,
evil. Here's the brands, they get shoved down your throat. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So they think that even if the brands are disingenuous, rainbow capitalism is better. And for some reason, it's a good argument. And for some reason, I just don't believe it. I don't know why. I can't really articulate why I don't think it's better.
It's not better because
maybe it's because I'm anti-trans.
Oh, jeez. I was going to say it's not better because it distracts people, because people will stop watching what companies are doing and just concentrate on what they're saying. Just like fucking, what's his name from JP Morgan, who's just like...
Jamie Dimon?
Yeah. Who says one thing, but his company would do something completely fucking different. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck what they say. Watch what they do. It doesn't make it better. It just confuses people.
Exactly. Well...
Confuses stupid people.
To drill down on that, what they say is what they do, in a sense. So if Target Corporation has an area where they sell gay shirts, like gay clothing, there's like men, women, gay clothing.
Technically, all clothing is gay.
True. Being into fashion is gay.
Yeah.
That's why I look like shit, because I fuck.
Dudes.
Can you hit the marker? That's gonna be a clip. Boom. I'm not joking, Josh. Hit the mark. No, I'm kidding.
Where's the marker?
Can you
Oh yeah, here it is. Add marker. There you go.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say I'm not. When I said I'm not joking, I didn't mean to yell at you.
No. I did. I was just like, what are you talking about? And then I just saw it. I've never done that on the other one.
I will never do the bit where I yell at you.
Oh, okay.
You know the bit where the show host
I know
yells at the producer and is an asshole.
Remember Tony did that to me?
Yeah.
And then I started off the podcast real fucked up. And you're like, you did that. That's your fault.
I don't remember that, but I'm glad I stood up for you. And I will never treat you like shit. And if you ever feel that way, please let me know immediately. Okay, back to the show. The left thinks that Target having a gay clothing area is good for their movement. And I just don't know if it's true. Is it? Maybe it is true. Maybe rainbow capitalism is better than normal capitalism. Net. Even if it's disingenuous. Because it's out there. Like if you consider the alternative where they don't talk about progressive social issues, whether they be pro-Israel, pro-Hamas, pro-gay, pro-trans, or the opposite, Black Rifle Coffee. They're all about traditional values. To me, it's all about shareholder value and driving shareholder value. And I think what's happening now is these corporations are leaning into these left-right these political social issues in either way, because it's an expression of the free market. It is more profitable to have a position on a social issue now, and that is why it's happening.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. It fucking pisses me off.
Well,
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's like,
because then you have to have a stance. It's almost like, if you don't have a stance,
it's unprofitable.
Exactly. So
not taking a stance is unprofitable.
So then it just becomes a bunch of fucking fake corporate people pushing shit that it's just wherever the tide goes. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not good.
I think
it's good for shareholders, I guess, if they get it right each time.
Right.
But it's not good because it's being, like you said, it's not how.
Does it not dilute the fucking movement?
Yeah.
If you have a grassroots social movement like gay rights, and then a corporation jumps on your fucking back,
yeah,
I think that the opponents of your movement, people that oppose gay marriage, will weaponize the fact that the corporations, and we see this, that the corporations disingenuously support gay rights. If I'm against gay marriage and I want to be politically active, and I see, and we see this all over Twitter, all over the internet, and I see that Target and Hulu, Disney are all pushing the pro-gay narrative, but they're doing it, and we all know it's to drive shareholder value. As someone who is, I'm not anti-gay. If I were, I would say, well, look at all those fucking corporations. They don't even give a fuck. You guys are in the pockets of Target. I can more easily criticize the movement, and I could say, you're not even you. I can say the real people that are actually like pushing the social issue. I can say, you're not really pushing the social issue. You're in the pockets of Target. You're a shill for the corporations. You're just like the corporations.
Well,
I would rather Target not get involved with my fucking shit. Get the fuck out of my movement, Target.
Well,
that's what I prefer.
What's scary is that they can hijack the narrative.
Yeah.
Push it because again, it's all about being profitable and more profits. So if something goes against the movement, they can then hijack that and push it in a certain way so they can sell more T-shirts or whatever the hell.
That part.
That's the part that's scary.
That part.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
We should have like a sound effect for like whenever I say an AAVE word or phrase. African American Vernacular English.
I've never heard of that.
You never heard of AAVE?
No.
Oh, well, you never lived in Brooklyn, Josh.
No.
It's like fact. Here, I'll say a few examples. Facts, no cap.
Yeah.
That part. That's all African American vernacular English.
Oh, I thought that part was from what's his face, the rapper. That song.
Migos?
No, he was like that part. What
Travis Scott.
No, not Travis Scott.
That part.
He was like with Kendrick Lamar. I can't remember his damn name.
Well, is he a black guy?
Yes.
So that is kind of the expression of AAVE. But a lot of white people, there's a lot of criticism when white people use AAVE because I'm wearing their culture as a costume.
Oh.
Like when I say no cap, I'm stealing that. I'm lifting their culture and using it for my own gain.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that part. All right. But no,
that kind of bugs me about not being able to be a part. It's American culture. All of it is American culture in the end. But then I feel I have to wear a poncho and I have to be like, hey, and then today in Latino land, and it's like, no, I don't. What the fuck? I'm not gonna do that. Like I can't. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's like
because then you're pigeonholing me to just this. You can only be this. If you're outside of that, even if you grew up in another culture, if you're outside of that, you're what did you say before? Not using their I forgot what it's called.
Culture as a cultural appropriation.
Cultural vulture or whatever. Culture vulture.
Culture vulture is a great.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but that
never heard culture vulture.
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I think what they're saying is, I guess the idea would be like, and I don't agree with it, but the idea is like, you don't have to wear a poncho and stuff, but only you are allowed to.
Okay. I would never,
because of your race.
I would never. Actually, damn it! I was gonna say I would never do that, but my daughter has one, and it's very warm. It's very warm.
Josh,
I bought it for her.
One thing about me, isn't that racist? That's doing that. Like if I did that, in front of, I would never do that in front of black people.
Well, if
I would never. One thing, but it's so fun to say one thing about me, Josh.
If you're gay and you did it, it'd be fine.
Well, so here's I've really thought about this. Here's how I think. This is not what's crazy is this is probably all fucking untrue. But like if you look at the way American language is adopted, here's what people say. Here's like one of the leading theories that I don't necessarily agree with. They say that new language comes from black women, which is then adopted by gay men, which is then adopted by white people, which is then adopted by corporations.
I think Godfrey said that.
Really?
Yeah, on his podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
So like that's one of the leading ideas on how language evolves, and the idea is that the more like, well, I won't even use air quotes. The more oppressed you are, the more fucked up your life is. The more oppression you go through, the more you use language to shield yourself from society. So like the idea would be like, no cap. Why does that phrase, let's explore, why does that phrase even exist? It's because perhaps people that, poor black people, poor minorities need to use different language to communicate the idea of lying. Because no cap means I'm not lying.
Oh, I thought you meant no capitulation.
Oh, you thought that's what no cap meant?
No,
oh.
They're not capitulating right now.
They don't know that word. Oh, damn. Jokes. That's a joke. We joke on the show. We joke on the show, guys. I don't even know what that word really means. Capitulate. No, it means to give up or to surrender. No, but like the idea is like, if you are a poor, oppressed minority living in the slums in America, you need the one of the sociological theories is that instead of saying like to your, like if we both live in the fucking in Section 8 housing, I would, instead of Josh saying to you, dude, I'm not lying.
Sorry, this just popped up. I didn't touch it.
Oh fuck, my Mia Khalifa porn. It is weird to like talk about Mia Khalifa. I've actually never watched Mia Khalifa porn. I never really, not once. I know she did that one in a hijab, right?
That's the one that they wanted to kill her. Yeah,
like
which is crazy because Hamas would want to kill her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hamas, like she backs up Hamas. Do you think? And Hamas is like, bitch, get the fuck off my dick.
As they jack off to her. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to Israel in a sec. But the idea is like, if we live in poverty, instead of me saying to you, Josh, I'm not lying about this thing. You're like, if you were like to say to me, Sean, shut the fuck up. That's not true. Instead of me saying, no, Josh, I'm not lying. I'm like, no, Josh, no cap.
Sounds foreign.
Why would I have to? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is different language used in oppressed communities? This is a genuine question. I'm not even being doing a bit.
So when we're out in public, you don't understand. Well, first of all,
is it to like avoid the cops? Like, is it to be like so the cops can't know what we're saying? Or like landlords can't know what we're saying? Like, is it so that I'm not even doing a bit?
I know. That's what's so funny about it.
I'm just trying to explore it. I'm trying to authentically explore it. Like, I don't like try to objectively explore it.
I'm not the no cap part, but there's things like, for example,
the ops
in like coming from the valley. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Right, I thought it was fucking hilarious. There's a cleaning place here in Austin, and it's called Coconut Cleaning, right? And to me, I started laughing, and everybody else was like, "What are you talking about? Why is that funny?" I was like, "Because if you're Mexican, we call people coconuts because you're brown on the outside, but you're white on the inside."
Oh,
so you don't speak Spanish, you don't do anything.
Oh, is that the equivalent of like house N-word?
I guess so.
Like it's like the Latino version of.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, really?
It just means you just grew up different, culturally different. You know what I mean? Like my cousins.
You're brown on the outside, white on the inside.
Yeah. Like my cousins here who grew up in Austin are completely different from my cousins who grew up with me in the Valley. Like
they're whiter.
Very much so. The way they talk, everything. It's just the culture that you were around. You know what I mean? And so it's just how you end up, talking around each other, and then you go and it's not necessarily like I don't want you to sometimes it is that I don't want you to understand exactly what I'm talking about, but most of the time it's just just words came up, and that's how it just went through the whole culture through in our area, and that's how we talk. And then it's weird when somebody like if it'd be weird like if, let's say, you went down in the valley for like a month, right, and then you started talking like everybody there, be like, what the fuck is he doing? It's off. It sounds off. It sounds foreign.
But I would eventually adopt their language just naturally if I lived there for a few years.
Oh, that's very much true, because if all the white people and black people that ever moved to the Valley end up talking like everybody else from the Valley.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
If it's true that it is true that I think new words are developed in those cultures. Why?
In any culture. There's stuff from San Francisco, in Silicon Valley, that they have phrases and words that are used that if you heard somebody from the East Coast or from Texas or from somewhere else use it, you'd be like, the fuck? You sound weird saying it like that.
So it's not just minorities that create new words.
No, of course not.
Well, the thing is, a lot of, and I'm not a Republican.
The acronym you gave, I'm pretty sure it didn't come out.
That's funny. AAVE is not AAVE.
Yeah.
Like the acronym AAVE is a fucking white.
Exactly.
If people that speak AAVE are like, Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think Latinx is one of those words.
Latinx.
Yeah. Because I've heard two different things. One, at first it was like, it's to take out the gender. So there's no, I was just like, then you got to get rid of all Romance languages. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then it became, no, it's to take out the colonizer. And I'm like, all right, well, you changed it now. Like that's.
Oh, the X means cross out the colonizer?
Correct.
Fuck that. Not that I'm from again, guys. I'm pro Hamas.
Oh shit.
I'm pro Native American. I'm pro Hamas.
Yeah.
Pro Taiwan.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Actually, I'm pro Taiwan. Yeah.
I do want to get so. Sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent, but I'm glad we went on it because that's something I've been thinking about a lot. She looks stunning. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
She's the hottest human rights activist I've ever known.
I'm pretty sure there's a few that are probably hotter, but.
So let's go to the So let's just to close out the Israel story. And,
I had to show you what the prince said too.
Yeah, and we got to talk about MBS.
Yeah.
So Playboy dropped Mia from a sponsorship after she supported Hamas. Here's what Playboy said. I can't believe I'm even saying this sentence right now, Josh. Here's what Playboy said about Israel. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dear creator community, I already want to kill myself. Dear creator community, kill yourself. We are writing today to let you know of our decision to terminate Playboy's relationship with Mia Khalifa, including deleting Mia's Playboy channel on our creator platform. Over the past few days, Mia has made disgusting and reprehensible comments celebrating Hamas's attacks on Israel and the murder of innocent men, women, and children. At Playboy, we encourage getting your back blown out and busting. I'm sorry. This is,
I was like, wait, what?
At Playboy, we encourage free expression and constructive political debate. And double teaming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Playboy. They're not porn. They're tasteful nude.
No,
they're
they have
tasteful.
porn and Playboy. Yeah. They had to grow with the times.
Right.
Yeah.
At Playboy, we encourage free expression and constructive political debate, but we have a zero tolerance policy for hate speech. We expect Mia to understand that her words and actions have consequences. We included the letter we shared with Mia below. Thank you, Playboy team. Wow. I'm so happy that Playboy is standing up for Israel. Mm-hmm. That's going to do a lot of good in Israel.
Yeah.
And people, I don't think the only reason Playboy made this statement is so that people would talk about the statement to advertise the Playboy brand. That's the only reason.
Well, also
to look good.
Also, I'm pretty sure that some of their sponsors were very upset as well.
Right.
So they don't want to lose all that money.
Because the Jews run them. All right, sorry. I should stop making that joke. Conrad Fagan, comedian? Yeah. I had him on my show. He made a really good point about Austin comedy, that there is a lot of casual anti-Semitism. Or no, he didn't even use the word casual. He used the word aimless or something. And, as someone that looks like a Jew, I can't do that. I can't support casual anti-Semitism. So what did Mohammed bin Salman say? My favorite guy, our main character. Mohammed bin Salman truly is the main character on Sean's show.
Oh, this is what he said recently.
Okay. Statement. His Highness affirms that the kingdom stands by the Palestinian people to achieve their legitimate rights, realize their hopes and aspirations, and death to all Jews across the world.
Have you just said
what
that?
What the fuck? And to achieve just and lasting peace. But what he really means to say, Mohammed bin Salman wants to genocide.
Is that what he said?
Again, Mohammed bin Salman kills journalists. He chops them up into little pieces and acidifies them in barrels. I don't give a fuck how he feels about human rights.
That's what they do in Mexico with the cartel. The cartels do that.
But the cartels, they're oppressed. It's different. So we're right now. We're kind of diving in to Mohammed MBS said. So Saudi Arabia. Maybe let's here. Can I just see for a sec?
Sure.
Let's go take a look at the news. Okay, let's talk about this story. This is great. New York Times. See, this is truly why you can't. This is truly why supporting any sovereign nation is wrong. It's true.
Okay.
To different degrees, every sovereign nation is a terrorist organization. I fucking believe that. To different degrees, let me say it again. To different degrees, every sovereign nation is a terrorist organization.
And every terrorist organization is a gang.
Yes.
So we're all just big gangs.
Every government is a gang.
Yeah.
So I don't care if you're. And and finally at the end of the episode, I'll tell you my real opinion about Israel and Palestine. If you dick ride any country for any reason, whether it be religious, moral, because you have family there, if you dick ride a sovereign nation, that is the path to destruction for everyone. You dick ride a country, you dick ride a religion, you are on the road to destruction because those things create barriers, cultural barriers, physical borders. Why? If you support America, you support borders. And I don't know where I read this, but
You're a globalist?
I am.
Wow.
John Lennon was a globalist.
You're a humanist?
I'm a humanist. I think that.
I have an unpopular opinion on John Lennon.
What, you think he would? You're glad he's dead? That's not that unpopular.
No, there was that. What's that song he sings? It's so popular. Imagine.
There's no countries.
It's one of the stupidest fucking songs.
I think it's easy if you try.
Yeah. It's one of the stupidest songs.
Imagine all the people. Why don't you like it?
Imagine. The whole thing is just imagine if this was this. And that
Oh,
was
you think
that,
it's like
and
it's soft? It's too soft?
It's not even that it's too. It's just like this helps nobody. None of that is gonna happen. This helps fucking nobody.
Really? I'm inspired by that song.
No, you
can't deny that art is inspiring.
You know what it was? It was an article that said that song is what Leonard Skinner's Simple Man for smart people. And I was like,
ugh.
Yeah. And I was just like, no. At least with Leonard Skinner's Simple Man, it actually gives you just be simple and like concentrate, I'm sorry, I'm getting frustrated just thinking about the article.
Let loose.
No, but I mean, none of that. Okay, if you're trying to give your child or somebody advice between the two songs, what
Simple
is
man,
better
100%.
advice?
Be a simple man.
Thank you.
Be is a command.
Okay.
Well, they're both action verbs.
Yeah.
But be is in the act. It's an active verb that means to behave in a certain way.
One was actual advice, and the other was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if everything was peaceful?" And it's like, "Oh, fuck."
That's so true. Imagine is literally like, wouldn't it be cool if things were this way? Yeah, but they're not, John.
Yeah.
Hey, John, they're not that way. Oh yeah, let's keep imagining.
Yeah.
You know what always works? Imagining things.
Yeah.
But it's but I do, imagine there's no countries. I mean, truly, we live in a world where the real borders in the world are not the borders of the countries in which people live. They're the borders of
Definitely not in America.
the allyships of the countries. We can travel freely through any westernized country that shares our values. The UK.
Not necessarily. It'd be hard to stay in certain areas.
Like
Canada, Australia.
That'd be great. You don't want to go to Canada? Canada's great. I
Not
talked
right
to some
now.
Canadians.
Not right now.
I talked to some Canadian comedians that said the censorship stuff is very overblown there. On the ground.
Yeah.
But like maybe high level it's getting bad.
Yeah.
And you don't have the freedom of speech out there.
No.
But
did you see that one guy who's getting mad? He's just like, you're charging us taxes for carbon taxes, and your fucking 4 SUVs have been idling for 30 minutes outside waiting for you. Trudeau's like, what? Oh, what?
I didn't see that. That's funny
it's
though.
fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean the biggest hypocrisy of them all is the world leaders flying into the World Economic Forum on private jets
Yes.
to talk about climate change.
Yes.
I mean, how much carbon emission literally is created annually just from all the PJs landing in the
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I want a PJ. I want to do stand-up at the WEF someday. What's the deal with all these poor people?
Not me. I'm gonna be in one of those things doing the parachutes.
Oh, you're gonna parachute? You're gonna be a parrot. Honestly, you know what Hamas should really do? They should paratroop into the WEF.
There you go.
Kill the BlackRock CEO with love.
Yeah.
Kill him with kindness. No, I don't advocate. It's actually illegal to advocate for people's death, right?
I'm pretty sure.
I retract that statement. I don't believe it. So let's close out on this. I know we're over time a little bit here. Sorry, Josh. So, here's the real punchline of this war and why it's ultimately going to be, as we all know, more bloodshed, more dead innocent civilians. All this war is going to lead to is well, first of all, a lot of content for me to talk about. Thank fucking God. Guys, I was so happy for this war because I had nothing. I could not have talked about Austin City Limits for 2 hours. I'm really glad this happened.
Oh my God.
Because Israel is the colonizers. But ultimately, the U.S. can grant Joe Biden, Barack Obama, even the Republicans, they can all grandstand as much as they want about how awful Hamas and how evil Hamas is. But they will still push to be allies with a country that's backing Hamas. What's that country's name? Saudi fucking Arabia, which I'm a big fan of. So here's the article. U.S. continues to push for Saudi-Israel ties even as war with Hamas begins. As Israel prepares for an offensive in Gaza, President Biden and his aides are gauging whether Saudi officials remain interested in opening up diplomatic relations. If you really gave a fuck about the people of Israel, you would sanction Saudi Arabia for even talking to Palestine. But no, you want to know why they don't do that? Because Saudi Arabia invests in American companies because of venture capital and private equity and energy companies and the trade relations that are already existing between Saudi Arabia and the U.S. that the U.S. cannot afford to cancel because it would destroy our GDP.
I mean, they could if we,
if they had a fucking backbone.
Yeah.
But and this is on top of all the journalist executions that they do. President Biden's top aides, let's just jump into the middle of this article. Here's a quote. Prior to the Hamas attacks on Israel, there was a bipartisan agreement shared by most of U.S. foreign policy establishment that the question of Palestine no longer matters in the Middle East, said a professor of Middle East politics at Georgetown University. He added that he believed Arab leaders have relayed that same message in private because they dislike how their citizens mobilize around Palestinian issues. Blah, blah, blah. That was kind of boring. The statement, is there anything about Joe Biden saying something here? I want to see the Joe Biden quote. To critics, that has been the crux of the problem. One reason the United States and Israel were blindsided by the Hamas attack on Saturday. The crowds of civilians in Gaza cheering the Hamas fighters underscore to the extent of anti-Israel hostility among Palestinians, hostility that American, Israel, and Arab officials have tried to ignore for years as they push normalization talks and what the Biden administration called, quote, regional integration. So that goes to what I was saying earlier, is that Israel was so blindsided. Thing is, everyone's saying Israel was blindsided. I think a lot of people knew that this was going to happen.
Oh, you saying that they Pearl Harbored it? Like, we're going to let this attack happen so we can go and do what we got to do?
I mean, if I don't want to sound too conspiratorial, but there's no way that an operation of that magnitude wasn't aware, that like people weren't aware of that in the, well, they're literally comparing it to 9/11.
Yeah. That's their 9/11. And there was one I saw, just like, well, you take the population percentage, it's actually worse than That's it.
Yeah. But we don't do per capita. We don't do we don't do per capita terrorism. Yeah. Oh, deaths per capita was higher than on 9/11. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, you know who wouldn't appreciate being measured per capita? The people that fucking died. But anyway, I think we kind of covered the gambit there, right? On Israel. Pretty much. The real question is, Josh, would you still fuck Mia Khalifa if she said yes and you weren't married? She wanted to have sex with you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What if she had what if like you're fucking Mia Khalifa and she's like, fuck me like Hamas fucked Israel.
Oh shit.
And you're like, oh Mia, and you're like, oh, I'm soft. I'm actually anti-Hamas. There was one more thing I wanted to say about no, that was pretty much it with Israel. Oh, here we go. President Biden condemned Hamas's attack on Israel as a, quote, sheer act of evil that left 1,000 civilians, dude. 1,000 civilians dead.
Yeah.
14 American citizens. But it's not new. This, like, people are devastated. People are acting like this is a new thing, but it's not. And
sad as fuck.
Yeah. It's very sad. And ultimately, I'm an atheist, so I can't say that I pray for the victims, but I have their thoughts. I don't do thoughts and prayers, but I do have warm thoughts about Mia.
You put good vibes out.
I put warm, hot thoughts in my head about Mia. Actually, I can't even. I have a girlfriend now. I'm not attracted to anyone.
Don't do that. You can still be attracted to other people. You just don't act on those attractions.
I don't even want to. No, I really don't want to fuck this up. I really do love her. I really don't want to fuck it up.
Okay.
I love you, baby, if you're listening. I'm sorry. I could say Mia's attractive, right?
Yeah.
Guys, that's been our show. Oh, also RFK is running for president independently.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
And I may vote for RFK.
Yeah.
If RFK supports Hamas, I will vote for him.
Jeez.
You know what's independent about RFK is his voice. His vocal cords are independent from his body. All right, I gotta do one bit about RFK. But guys, thanks for listening. I'm sorry we're a day late because Josh had a huge opportunity to do a show that I'm very happy about.
Thank you.
But sorry we're a day late this week. We Will Live Forever, episode 10. Thanks for listening. We just got I have a Facebook group called Sean Show on Facebook. And we got another guy that just joined this past week. So please join the Facebook group. There's like 3 or 4 people in there. Post some memes. Have some fun. You know? Post some memes in there. I want to get in there and start talking to you guys, connect with the fan base. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video. Let me know where you stand on Israel and Palestine. Are you a fence sitter? Are you a pussy? Are you Israel? Are you Palestine? Do you like hummus? And then tell friends about your show. You know what would really help? Above all, review the show on Spotify. Just give us whatever review you want, 1 to 5 stars. Because that helps our reach on Spotify and gets us more views. And then review us on Apple Podcasts and follow me on Instagram, seanreillycomedy. I'm also, what would really help for my San Antonio listeners, I'm headlining the San Antonio LOL Comedy Club Sunday, November 12th.
Oh.
Link will be in the description. It's my first ever. Guys, this is a legit club. It's a legit fucking club. It seats 300 people. I'm pushing it fucking hard. So if you're in San Antonio, I'll literally DM me. I'll literally just comp you. Since you're a listener to this show, I'll get you into that show for free. How about that? I'll comp you. You'll be on my guest list. We'll hang out. I won't do sexual favors for you, but I will take a photo with you.
There you go. That's kind of like a sexual favor.
It's kind of sexual. I'll put my hand around your shoulders.
There you go.
If you're a man. No photos with women, please. I have a girlfriend. Anyway, that's it. Josh, where can people find you? How's your life going?
Great. Instagram at Josh Kabasa, comedyfrequency.com. Check out the Black Rabbit every Thursday. I
It's a
have
great
show
new
there.
comedy club in Austin, underground New York style comedy club.
Hell yeah! And
You have a new special?
the special that came out a few months ago.
Link
check
in the
out,
bio
Thank you.
or YouTube description.
Check out Toys for Sale and also Onslaught every Tuesday at Creek in the Cave. So it's going good.
Fantastic. Have a great day. Enjoy your shift on the Gaza Strip.